Sweden's first railway for locomotives was built as far back as in 1856, it wasn't until 1912 that the railroad came to Ursviken, a community located along the 64th latitude on the Baltic Sea coast. This picture from 1911 shows a team of railroad workers taking a break for a photo op near the port at Ursviken during the final stretch of the Skelleftea Kallholmen line. The building to the left in the picture is Lidens Hotell. In this 1912 image, we can see a train moving east on the newly finished railroad. If you follow the railroad track behind the train a couple of hundred meters, you can see Ursviken's railway station. Here's a pretty nice close-up of Ursviken's railway station, and it was taken in 1916, 4 years after the grand opening of the railroad and with the Great War raging in much of continental Europe. Midsummer of 1916. While people in Ursviken celebrate midsummer, the summer solstice, the combined casualty reports from the Allied and the Entente forces from the ongoing Battle of Verdun show that the total number of fallen soldiers is close to 400,000. If you look carefully, you can see a group of people gathered on the pier. They could be waiting to board the boat that's docked there to go on an excursion on the river, or maybe there is some kind of dance going on the longest night of the year. Here's a view of Ursviken from the Ursvikens mekaniska verkstad. That's the mechanical works that still to this day is one of the main local employers with customers all over the world. To the right in the picture, you can see the local hardware store that was still in operation way into the early 60s. A few houses on the hill in the back are still there. This is what the railroad station looked like in Ursviken in the early 50s. At the kiosk to the left, travelers could purchase snacks, drinks, candy, magazines, and newspapers. In this wintry photograph taken in February of 1952, we see a westbound steam engine pulling what appears to be a rather heavy load approaching Ursviken's railroad station. If you look carefully, you can see the car in the picture is driving on the left side of the road like Japan or Great Britain. That changed in 1967 when Sweden finally joined the rest of continental Europe and started driving on the right side instead. Notice that the two tugboats, Nya Trafik and Jarl, are hibernating in the frozen Skelleftea River. You can see batches of timber covered by snow in front of the smokestack to the left in the photo. Come spring, all the timber will be transported by tugboats like the ones in the picture to sawmills and paper mills located further south along the Baltic coast. As a matter of fact, my grandparents met while working on a tugboat that belonged to my great-grandfather back in the 1930s. Now you can actually support my mission to preserve history by becoming a patron on Patreon. So you can go to the link above and get some more information.